I thank you for taking the time out of your day, and stop by just to check out what I'm talking about. But on my channel, I'm going to be doing story time with LaDonna, and this will be part 1. I really, want to get my story out there to try to help someone, and to just let people know that it's okay when you go through something and you tell someone else. You should never ever have to be in fear for no one. No one should ever be able to hold something into you that they have done to you and make you feel like you're less than a person. That's not right. That's not right. And I just want to tell my story because the people who came into my life and destroyed my life as a child, those are the people that's gonna have to deal with the Lord. They're gonna have to deal with the Lord. And I have to forgive them people, because if I don't forgive them, who am I to say when it's my time and I go in front of the judge, in front of God, and he tell me, no, you couldn't even forgive this man for what he did to you and everything that you have done. You have lived a sinful life. So why should I forgive you? No, I don't want that. I didn't take this walk to become a Christian, to just throw everything out there on the line and for the Lord to still tell me that I didn't make it into heaven. No, I want to go to heaven, and I'm going to heaven. I have to, I have to go where I want to go, which is, to heaven. I want to live eternal. I want to live forever. The things that has happened on this earth, I don't never want to have to go through that type of life again. I love my life. I'm a mother of 4. I have 4 wonderful children. I have 3 boys and a girl. I have 3 beautiful granddaughters. And I am excited, that I get to spend time with them, and, they love me and they don't look at me a certain way. And, I'm just blessed to be able to have people like that in my life. I also have someone in my life that has been there for me for the last 20 years. He have been everything to me. He have never been disrespectful. He have never treated me any kind of way. And people don't understand that comes a long way because the things that I went through in my life, I never ever just thought that there would ever be any good men out here. I'm just like, the only good man that I knew of was my dad, and I was brought up in the church with church family, and I just never seen the need of just like, why do we go to church? What are we learning about? But now that I'm grown and I have took this walk and became a believer, it's wonderful. It's wonderful. And I just want, everybody that's, taking the time to watch me or that has stopped by, I'm just so blessed that I have y'all here in my life. I'm so excited for this channel, and I want to get, things up and running. This is my first video, so it's not going to be the best, but I just pray that it touched someone out there, someone that's going through something. If you haven't told, or you're afraid to tell, if you don't have friends to talk to, if you don't have no one to talk to, pick up the camera. Look at the camera. See yourself. See how wonderful you are. See how perfect God created you. And just know that no matter what, the eyes that you're looking through and the people that you're talking to, they love you. They love you. You can be helping someone else out there. It's terrible that we have to have these type of things go on in our life. That our kids is being abused, and that kids are being hurt, kids are being killed, and it's happening by their own parents and step parents, and it's terrible. It's terrible. I just feel so sorry, and I just want to speak for the children, because you know what? I was one of them. I was one of them where the monsters or the sick-minded people would just come and, just do things to me like it was okay, and tell me, oh, you better not tell this person, you better not tell that person, or I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do that. Like, you a child. Of course, if you tell me not to tell, if this going to happen to me, I'm not going to tell. That's just like if I'm doing something wrong and you tell me the boogeyman coming and I'm scared of the boogeyman, I'm gonna be scared of the boogeyman. I'm not gonna do nothing I'm supposed to do. And you know, these type of people, they bullies, and I don't understand, because if you a man and you doing it, it's too many women out here. And if you a woman and you doing it, it's too many men out here. You know, why do you have to hurt a child? Why do we have to be that person that you pick on, you poke on, and you do things to, and then expect us to run around and be happy? No, it's something wrong with you. I don't accept anyone who hurt children. I don't. I forgive the person who hurt me, you know, and I love everyone. But you know what? I can't be the judge, because we're all going to be judged one day. But, you know, if you're doing things like that and you hurting these kids, you should be ashamed of yourself, because no child should have to fear for their life, or fear to, you know, to not be able to tell, because you are told, if somebody do this to you, tell this. But the person come and tell you, if you tell, I'm going to do this to you and I'm going to do that to you. No, you shouldn't do children like that. You shouldn't do that. And children shouldn't have to be afraid. You know, children shouldn't have to be bullied by nobody. And that's sad that we have to be okay with somebody abusing us. And it's terrible, you know, because like with me, being abused in my own home, being took out of my bed with my brothers and sisters where I'm sleeping comfortable, for a sick-minded person to take me into another room and do things to me that shouldn't have been done, period, point blank, and then tell me, if I tell you gonna do this to this person, you gonna hurt me, you gonna do that. What type of person in a mind do people like that? It's terrible. But you know what? You will never be able to hold that type of thing against me again. Never, ever. Because you know what? I am strong. And I don't have to allow the things that y'all did to me to take over me. It's not going to happen. Because as of now, right now, I forgive y'all for hurting me. I forgive y'all. But I tell you one thing, just like the day that comes that I'm going to be judged, you're going to be judged too. And, you know, I'm not going to sit up here and hold on to hurt, hold on to pain, and nobody else live their life. I'm going to live my life to the best, because I'm blessed. The Lord has blessed me. I'm happy. I'm dedicated. And I'm just, it's not because of someone else. It's because that's what the Lord told me. He told me that I'm special when He created the heavens and the earth, and He got done creating everything. He stepped back and said everything was good. So what? I'm that creation. So you know what? I'm good. I'm not going to let people push me around and do things to me anymore. I'm just not going to do it. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do it. That's why I'm speaking up, and I want to help someone else that's in the same situation that I was in. It took me years. You know, I'm 43 years old, and I have 4 children, 3 boys and a girl, 3 granddaughters, you know, and I finally met someone that I love. You know, I have been just treated any kind of way by everybody. You know, relationships, you get in relationships, they let you down. You get in relationships, they do things to let you down, let they self down. But you know, you gotta keep pushing. You can't allow someone, and you know, a lot of us, we want to be these big tough people. You know, when we find love and it's not the right kind of tough love, or this person love too hard, we want to push them away. You know, but I'm glad that I was able to find someone who really truly loved me for me, my children, and never push me away. You know, things happen in our life, and it's sad to say, but I am blessed. And I just want to thank y'all for stopping by my page. And I'm so excited to get this started. And each one of my videos, I want to start out with an inspirational quote, and I want to end. And my first inspirational quote is what I have learned: God didn't save my life for no reason. He saved me so I can help others not go through what I've been through. And I have been through some stuff, I tell you, to where I have, oh man, some days I didn't even want to live. I didn't want to live no more. I was tired of living. I was tired of people pushing me. I was tired of people thinking that they can treat me any kind of way. I was tired of it. I was tired of it. You have your children and you just want your children to have the best. You want your children to have everything that, and every single day I worked. When I had my children, I worked to take care of my children. I didn't depend on nobody else to take care of my kids. I gave up my life far as partying, drinking, and everything. And people still to this day tell me, you don't drink, you don't smoke. No, I don't do none of it. When on 1 year on my birthday, I think I was 21 or 22, I had got so drunk to where I had a hangover. This was a feeling I never had before. And I tell you, when I prayed and I asked the Lord to take that hangover away, and I felt heat like flaming fire through my body. It burnt my body from the bottom of my feet to the top of my head. And it was like it was just like I had everything that was up in me that was evil. It just felt like it came out. I felt good, and I never have drunk again. Now, I might have back in the day and maybe took a sip or something, but it's just like me. It's like when I made this promise to the Lord, it's like if I smell alcohol, if I look at alcohol, it makes me sick. It makes me sick. And I know a lot of people, who drink, that's what you do. I have no problem with it. But I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do none of that. I don't go to the clubs. I don't do none of that. And the type of life that I live, I'm happy with it. I'm happy. I don't have to have all of this other stuff going on in my life for someone else to tell me I'm not happy, because I'm happy. I'm happy and I'm content. God bless wonderful people in my life. Y'all just don't understand. Never knew that, some of the people in my life would just be, everything, y'all just don't understand. It's everything is oh man, I mean, it's perfect. It's perfect for me. And I'm just so excited to start on my channel. I just want to, get my story out there. I wrote a book one time, and in the book I wrote like 30 pages. But when I moved and I had this storage and I lost my storage and my whole book that I wrote, I lost it. Everything that I had wrote about. I mean, it ain't like I can't tell it again, but I had put so much work into that. I put so much work. I was just like, I'm just going to give up. I'm not going to keep doing this and keep going through this. But I wanted to so many times. But I look on YouTube and I see so many YouTubers. I see so many people, sharing their